Is this graph discrete or continuous? Discrete is individual points or dots, where continuous is a line. So in this case, because it is a line, it is going to be continuous. For domain, I still like to think of a surface of water, and I have a tennis ball that is going to be dropping on that water. In this one, though, my tennis ball looks more like an arrow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to drop my arrow down onto that surface of the water. So I just brought it down. And then I'm going to bring my tennis ball, and it's going to float up on the water. Now, the difference is that I have a line in between them. It's like saying I have a string that is connecting the arrow to the line. So when we have continuous data, we're saying that it is every single point in between this arrow and this dot. But what does an arrow mean? An arrow means that this is going forever and ever and ever in that direction. So it's going to negative infinity. So what is the lowest my domain can be? Well, it's going all the way to negative infinity. Okay, what is the highest it can be? It is going to come here and it is going to stop. It's not going to keep going. So the highest that my domain can be is 2. Can it be equal to negative infinity? No. And parentheses mean that they are not equal to. Is it, however, equal to the 2? Well, because it had that closed circle there, it is equal to it. So what I use right there is I use a bracket. What does a bracket mean? If you think of it right there, it looks like an equal sign. A bracket means it is equal to negative 2. So what is my answer saying? It's saying that my range goes, or my domain, sorry, goes from negative infinity all the way to 2, and then it stops. For range, once again, I have my building. Sorry, I guess my building's going to be green this time. And I have my birds flying into it. So my lowest bird is going to fly right there, and it's going to make a little bird splat. And then this one, though, is an arrow, so I'm going to bring it over as an arrow. And what do they have in between them? Well, there's this big, long, I call it a trail of blood. You do what you want. Okay, so I have a trail of blood between the arrow and the dot at the bottom. So we do range just like domain. We'd go from lowest to highest. What is the lowest it can be? Well, down here at the bottom of my graph, that is negative 1, 2, 3, 4. So negative 4. Is it equal to that negative 4? Well, because it is a closed circle, yes it is. So I'm going to use that bracket for equal. When I get to the top, though, it's got an arrow. Arrows mean that it keeps going. So that means it is going to infinity. And because it's going up, that would be positive infinity. So I'm going to use positive infinity. I'm going to use a parenthesis there because I can't be equal to positive infinity because that's not a number. The last part of my question is it asked me for my y-intercept. My y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis, so this point right here. So when I write my ordered pair, first I'm going left and right. Well, from the origin, am I going anywhere left and right? No, that means that is 0. Am I going anywhere up and down? Yes, I'm going up 2. So my ordered pair would be 0, 2.